Here I go. Holy moly. I haven't been up on here in a long time. I haven't seen my face in a very, very, very long time. I need to get some views up, man. It's been a few years. Maybe I have to lie and do some tarot card reading. Maybe I have to twerk. Maybe I have to get some crazy relative to do something wild. But nonetheless, man, the show has crackheads, crazy wrestling, cool storylines, believable characters. And in this show, right when the show starts, right, they have a recap. Let me slow it down a little bit. I might have been hanging out with cocaine too much or something. Some people might have thought, but I'm a little bit excited. It's been a while. This is some good wrestling. It reminds you of the old Attitude Era, but maybe even a little bit crazier. Like, they weren't talking about escorts and crack and all in this show, but nonetheless, the show opens up with a recap. I like that. You had Suicide. Oh, man, I can't even say that character's name. They're not even monetized on the show, and it's because of Ninja F and Mac. So they're cursing, and a little bit about like the blood matches might interfere with their YouTube monetization. But nonetheless, still a good show. They have a kickback. They tell you what happened previously, which WWE used to do. Vince Russo preaches that, as well as Binhamin and everybody in that little community. You got to remind the people what they're tuning into. As for myself, I forgot. I totally forgot about a wrestler that makes fun of Kane but calls himself Cocaine. They had to remind me. He's beefing with Big Vito, who's sort of like the general manager of this, because he caught him doing a line in the bathroom while he was on the pisser. Like, how crazy is that? And then you have these guys that are zombies. They're called Outbreak. They're a crazier version than, I would say, the White Six. Great costume, great gimmick, great makeup. They really take the bit. Like Binhamin says, commit to the bit. Vince Russo takes it when you just take your character and just, you don't go on Twitter the next hour and post yourself watching the Knicks game if you're a zombie. If you get hit by a car like Jay did because of Naomi, you're not going down front row watching the Knicks game doing duck lips. Nonetheless, the commercials are cool, very ECW-esque. They even diss the fans, calling us, say, yo, next Thursday they have free turkey up in Detroit, calling all their fans fat effers. Yo, if you're a fat F, get your ass down here, get some free turkey. It's a free show. All you fat fans out there, you know you want that free turkey. I'm like, damn, they're dissing us, but I'm down for some free turkey. I might take that trip up there. The gas is going to probably cost more than the turkey itself. What else we got? Like I said, I have notes over here. The next thing after free turkey is hooker. What? What the hell are you talking about? No, you ain't going to get a hooker with your free turkey. Maybe if the investor puts in more money, we might have that happen next year. But he's putting his money towards Jasmine St. Clair, who still looks young. Big Vito looks like he's 25, dude. And they had a skit in the back where he was giving Jasmine St. Clair, came into his locker room, and he gave her the money, and she came in there, and he was like, it's for the boys. And then she said something to an extent where, like, it made it look like she's going over there and giving Big Vito the business for a stack of a lot of money because he's a gangster. He's an Italian gangster. He's got the money for it. What else we got? We got Ricky Morton's son from the Rock and Roll Express. He has a promo. He has a commercial. Things that the WWF used to do. I never knew a thing about him. I just knew he was Ricky Morton's son, dresses like him a little bit. But then they had a commercial, and he's talking about, if you indie feds want to book me, you better have a 5-star hotel, a limousine. I'm a freak. I want it all. I'm the craziest. I'm the sexiest. I'm the Mr. JCW. I like that. I'm like, okay, I could get behind that gimmick, or at least I understand it now. That was cool. You got a crackhead with a bat. That's the next thing on my list. What I said, there's a recap. Guy from TNA, I can't say his name, dressed up as Skeletor, a pretty cool match. Ricky Morton, the commercials, the hooker, Jasmine St. Clair, Big Vito looking young, crackhead with a bat. He got kicked out. He came back. He didn't hit anybody. I don't know if he got a few hits in the back, but that's cool. What else we're talking about? Funny commercials, ECW-ish funny commercials. Their intro is awesome, colorful, different. And for me coming into it, believing that it was going to be a low-budget indie fed, it really isn't. Whoever the cameraman is, props to him, because there was a match, and I think it was Matt Cross against, I don't know who the opponent was, Mecha Wolf or something like that. The YouTube channel was going crazy for this guy. But he hit like a Cody cutter, and then he hit Finn Balor's stomp move, and I was waiting for him to mess it up. You know how Finn Balor does the stomp, and you can see how he sort of like doesn't do it, but the cameraman caught it from behind, and it looked exactly like you would have wished it would look like on WWE Raw TV. 2 stomps to the back of the neck. Then he reverses it, and he jumps off the middle rope and hits him with a Cody cutter. And you're thinking like, nah, this is an indie fan. They're not going to be able to cut back and forth, but maybe they have 2 cameramen or like a really, just really good editing, really good cameraman, man. There's kids out there that have been doing this for years. They know the angles now. There's no reason why a $1 billion company has to do 1,000 flips and clicks and still doesn't get the perfect shot. Props to them on that, as well as Twitter on X. I can't even Vince Russo. He has a part in it. He had a funny part with some girl that I guess they were trying to make fun of Asuka. She's in the back dancing and all, and she's cutting a promo, right? And she's like, "You don't know how long it took me to get here. I'm struggling. I'm from the bottom to the top." And Vince Russo comes out and he's like, "Hey, yo, bro, nobody wants to hear about that. Nobody cares about your struggles, bro. Nobody cares about all this dancing and stuff, bro. He's like, yo, leave the camera on. I want to teach this girl something. Nobody cares about your struggles. They're not living vicariously through that. They want you to come in there and kick some ass, And I was like, damn. And then she's like getting motivated. She's like, yeah, you're right. And then he switches his character around. He laughs. She's like, yo, I really got it, right? Yeah, she listens to me, right? So props to Vince Russo on that. He still got that promo in him. He still got that WCW character, that vibe, even probably 10 times better now. But nonetheless, man, a fun show. Definitely worth tuning into. I'm going to be checking it out until it gets boring, which it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. I might go up there and put on, say, makeup myself and become a freaking Clown Posse member or something. I don't know if it's like the Bloods or Crips. Do I have to like get initiated, or do I have to just be a cool person that likes the product and know a few songs and know a little bit about the history? I don't have to get like a Hatchet Man sticker though and like get a truck and put it on the back of my car, right? But there's a lot of them where I live at. So I'm like, man, at first I'm like, that's crazy. What is that? And then I was like, oh, that's ICWP. ICWP, what the? I'm watching something else, man. You guys are like, what is he watching? But nonetheless, a good show. Please hit that like, subscribe. We're going to be on X a little bit. We're going to try to get my vibe back into it. It's mostly about the show. I wish I could have done it in a landscape, but the last time I've been on here, everything was free. Now StreamYard is charging you to put titles, this thing up here. You want a cool name going across it? Free last year. Nope, $20 this year. You want this up here? Nope, $20. You want to bring in friends? Nope, $20. And it's just like, dude, come on. But give it a check out. Their their channel on YouTube is just put in JCW Lunacy Jugallow Championship Wrestling. I think it's Phycopathic Records is the YouTube channel off the top of my head. I'm speaking really fast because I want to give you a sincere review from my memory. What would stick out? I try to jot down a few little things here and there that I know I'd probably forget, and it was key. But it was a very good show. The chat room is mad cool. Nobody toxic. They doubled their audience. It was 500 last week. Now it broke 1K. Next week, Big Vito and everybody wants it to hit 2K. And I definitely see that happening. There aren't any gatekeepers in the chat room. Everybody was saying what's up and having jokes. Nobody dissing wrestlers. There was a hot fan that came in there in the storyline. She was thick, fine, looked like a real woman. No, just real. And everybody was cool. Like, yo, she's fine as heck. I would, but nobody was going crazy. And yeah, check it out. Till then, follow me on all social media, the ones that I can say up on here. If you know, it's this one. And over here, give me a try, give it a check out. I might have a bigger screen later on. I'll try to drop down a link real quick if anybody wants to jump up on here and give me a few, give me, their 2 cents on it. Here's the copy, the link. I'm going to paste it. Let's see if this place is crazy. Holy moly. We got Rose. We got King L. Moxley. We got JoJo Miggy. And oh my God. Who just put 6-7 in the chat? Nonetheless, that's that. If anybody wants to jump on in while I get on out. Thank you for everybody who did say what's up in the chat. If you know StreamYards, they totally It's all over the place. Are your messages even shown when I check it out? We got Con Kinley. I just joined. Thank you, Con Kinley, 6610. I appreciate it big time. I will return the favor if you do have a channel with live content in general. We have JoJo Miggy, JCW. It's very cool, right? That was an awesome show. Like I hope more people get in tune with it and sort of give it a try, not get that stigma because it's Vince Russo. No, take that out of your head. Whatever you wanted AEW to be or WWE, this, that, and the third, it's that anthem. It has a mixture of everything. Whoop, whoop, right? Salute, bro. Is that who I think it is? Anna Likels, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Jojo Big Vito giving me PTSD. Oh, my God. King L. Hogan, definitely way better than Raw. And that's crazy to say considering that John Cena's retiring and he had a match with like a face-off. But, oh, no, he had that six-man tag that didn't make any sense besides just, let's throw him in there with friends he had 20 years ago. And then Celeste, 6'7". That is funny. I love it. I didn't even watch wrestling, but JCW was great. Exactly, right? And I didn't even know there's other competition. So many chat rooms like, oh, it's Thursday Night Wars. They're going against TNA, which I totally forgot. I like Mike Santana, but what they did to him last week was just like, buzzkill. OVW, I don't get it, so I can't watch it. NWA, I can't watch it. I don't know where it's at. But JCW's on YouTube. Just put in JCW Lunacy, put in Juggalo Thursdays. Voila, it's there. Nonetheless, it says 67 people say 6'7". There you go, 6'7". Oh my God, no, he hasn't. Matt Trace hasn't fallen off. He's a good guy. He's a guy who has a wrestling channel as well. He goes into wrestling events, and he might be one of the fat guys that go get to Turkey in Detroit for that free Thanksgiving show next weekend. I believe Detroit, Michigan. Just Google JCW. And that is very, very cool. You're going to get to watch a free wrestling show. You'll get some turkey. You'll have to bring it back in the car, though. And depending on how far you might drive home, it might be already cooked by the time you get there. But props to them for doing that as well. They slammed that dude through door. They definitely did, man. That was definitely crazy. But nonetheless, who is your favorite WWE wrestler off the bat right now? Dominik Mysterio. Has that, like, I remember binhamin saying the reason why we like a guy like Dominik is because we saw him as a kid on his PlayStation, and it's almost coming full circle now. That storyline we watched 20 years ago is still fresh in our minds, and it's making us feel positive that, like, hey, I can enjoy watching this because I understand it. The little old me from years ago saw what's happening, and I understand this. I'm in the loop. I know what's happening. And that on top of he's doing great work. But if I throw you a bone, if there was no Eddie Mysterio, would he be that good? So he is sort of right in that coattail. Why do we give him a pass? And I think we give him a pass because he's that damn good. Nobody thought little quiet Dominik Mysterio, when he first debuted a few years ago, was going to be this good. Changed up his look, has a mustache, has long hair, that neck tattoo. I don't know. But everything else, it's cool. Before that, I would say Kurt Angle and the Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Mr. Perfect, Texas Tornado. Those are my guys. Sid Justice, Lex Luger, the Narcissist. That's the people that when I think of Legion of Doom, Strike Force, Rick the Model Martel with the spray. Psh, it's all over the place. It is all over the place. Right now, it's cocaine. Can you please tell me my name? Shout it out. It's Madison. What's up, Madison? Roses in full XO. Shout out to you. Definitely. Thank you for commenting and spending your time with me for the last few minutes while we discuss JCW. Damn, is this the only dude that listens to his OGs? Damn, right? I appreciate that. Damn, got to move on out from Ray and Eddie stuff, or else he's going to be like Cody, living in life of his dad's name. Ooh. I can see him slowly getting away from it. Once he becomes, but when does he become world champion? 2 years from now? Does he become the world champion in Las Vegas or in Saudi Arabia? But then that show is 2 years from now, and I believe he'll be champion before 2 years. And you don't want Dominik Mysterio just to win the world title on a random pay-per-view or on a random house show, right? Like Raw or SmackDown. You want it to be big, extravagant, like, because this is a slow burn. Like, everybody's behind him. He's a heel and he's getting cheered. And the reason why I say you don't want it in Saudi Arabia is because you're not going to get that pop. You're not going to get it. You want maybe somewhere in Los Angeles, San Diego, where he lives at. And we'll see where he gets it. Oh, my God. I look like a chubby Charlie Kirk. Dude, it's the, I swear to God, I don't. It's the camera angle. So if it's down, like how the girls do, like on their profile pics, on dating pics, you got to look down. I'm scared, girl. Damn, I look like a chubby. I could totally see it. That's funny. F you though. Anyways, GK Makaras is pretty funny with that. What is your favorite movie? Face Off with Face Off, I guess. Saw 1, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. I haven't seen any movies as of late. Animals, I mean, Planet of the Apes, that was a good one, the first one. Good question. I'm back on my first 48 A&E kick. I usually watch Impractical Jokers, nonetheless. Stina Nation, what's up? How you doing? I'm doing good, man. Somebody called me the Fat Charlie Kirk. It's bro, it's the water. Water intake. This is all water. These cheeks are all water. Funny as, but nonetheless. Oh, man. Just discussing JCW. But nonetheless, thank you, everybody. Please hit that like, subscribe. And we'll tune in next Thursday. I'll be on X in a few just to get my vocals out there and try to push it so we can have more people up on here come in, have maybe create a little cool little community. I'll speak slower next time. My accent will be a little bit less, and hopefully I'll be a little bit skinnier. So then, peace out, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate it.